Hello boys and girls, welcome back to science. We are going to continue with our investigation 2 part 2 lesson. It is about food chains and food webs. For today, I want you to do a group discussion. How do animals get their food? Go on and pause this lesson, discuss, and when you're ready, play the lesson back. Boys and girls, for this unit, we have a lot of new vocabularies. So at this point, I want you to go get your science notebook. Get ready to take some notes. Feel free to pause this lesson at any time, as I will be going over some of the new vocabularies that you will need to write down in your notebook. First one is, organisms that eat other organisms are called consumers. Animals that eat plants are called herbivores. Animals that eat other animals are called carnivores. Animals that eat plants and animals are called omnivores. Let's talk about consumers. What are the different consumers in the woods ecosystem? Boys and girls, I want you to pause this lesson and you can copy down the producers and consumers. Go on and put a line going through producers and consumers. And under producers, I want you to copy down grama grass, green algae, pine trees, and wild blueberry. And under consumers, as you can see, I don't have anything written down. I want you to pause this lesson and think of some of the consumers that they can benefit from the producers. When you're done, I want you to wait for your class and you can go over some of the possible answers as a group. Decomposers. It is some organisms are not eaten by consumers, but instead die a natural death. These organisms are broken down and eaten by organisms called decomposers. What are the decomposers in the woods ecosystem? Go on and pause this lesson, discuss the possible answers, and come back to this lesson when you're ready. Let's do a quick activity, boys and girls. Let's talk about food chains. So, in your notebook, record the food chains that you want to create. Use the arrows to show the direction the food moves from one organism to the next. I want you to then label the organisms as producers, consumers, or decomposers. I have provided an example for you. I need you to go on and think about other food chains that you can come up with. Go on and pause this lesson. And when you're ready, come back to it and play the lesson. Here are some of the vocabularies that we learned today. It is time for us to pull out our notebook and write them down. Consumer, an organism that cannot make its own food. Consumers eat other organisms. Herbivores, an animal that eats only plants or algae. Carnivore, an animal that eats only animals. Omnivore, an animal that eats both plants and animals. Decomposer, an organism that breaks down plants and animal material into simple chemicals. Go on and pause this lesson and take a minute to write them down. Boys and girls, that is it for science today. Have a happy Tuesday!